LeAna Yost of the Lyon County Animal Control Center in Silver Springs, right off of Highway 50. LeAna, we heard that Lyon County made some changes to the hours of operation to accommodate the general public. Can you tell us a little bit more about the new hours and what prompted this decision?
Well, the hours are Monday through Friday. We're open from 8 to 4 for business. The kennel's open from 10 to 3. And on Saturdays and Sundays, we're open from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. We did this because we were having, our Saturday hours were cut back because of the budget cutbacks. And on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, we weren't taking in a lot of dogs and having a lot of calls, but we wanted to offer a couple hours that people could come in on their days off and license dogs or turn in a stray animal, or if their animal was picked up, come in and pick their animal up.
How many animals can you house?
26. We have 26 kennels.
What types of animals do you usually see brought in?
We're a dog kennel, so we primarily take dogs. Sometimes if there is a problem with a horse, or it's been taken away for abuse reasons, we house some horses. But for the most part, we only do dogs.
Do you believe that this is due to the economy? Have you been bringing in quite a few animals?
Most definitely. People are being, their houses are being taken away or losing their houses, and people are leaving their dogs behind, and we've seen a big problem with that.
So what kind of quarters do you have for the animals? Is it indoor or outdoor, or what?
It's indoor, outdoor. It's heated in the winter and cooled in the summer.
And what is the process that a dog will go through when it's brought into the shelter?
They come in and they have a 5-day stray period. On the 6th day, they're available for adoption. If their owners do not pick them up, they get 8 days in the shelter. If an owner calls and says, "Hey, I'm on vacation, I heard you have my dog," the owner has 8 days to claim their animal. If their animal's not claimed, we do assessments, and then we put the dog up for adoption.
Great. How do you treat the animals that have been injured and are visibly older with possible health conditions when they arrive? What do you do?
Depending on what's going on with the animal, we don't have a huge budget for the vet costs or whatever. We have a lot of rescues that will help us out if we have an animal that comes in injured. But for the most part, we have to keep them for at least a 24-hour period before we can make any decisions on the health care of an animal. Just because, an owner can say, "Well, you had my dog put to sleep," if it's been hit by a car, "You had my dog put to sleep, and I would have paid $6,000 to have that dog fixed." But we don't have that kind of funding to do something like that. So we have to wait a full 24 hours before we can do any specific health care thing to an animal. We have to wait until an owner has claimed or not claimed. And then after that, we do as we see is necessary with each individual case.
What happens if the owner doesn't retrieve an animal? How long do you keep the animal?
That goes with our 6-day grace period. After that, on the 6th day, they come up for adoption. I do all the assessments. I take pictures. I do assessments, food aggression, take food away, match them with other dogs. Try when people come in with children, see how they are with children. Then I put them up on Pet Finder, and I work really hard with all the rescues to try to get the dogs out of here if I don't get them adopted first.
So how does the adoption process work?
Well, a possible adopter comes in and checks out all of the available dogs. If they find a dog that they're interested in, a lot of times I tell people if they have other dogs at home that I'd like them to bring their animals in so that they can see how their animals react. So we don't have somebody taking a dog home and saying, "Oh gosh, this dog does not work out with my dogs," or whatever, and then bring it back. So because they have a 3-day period that they can bring a dog back. Our my main issue is bring your dog in. Let's see, instead of taking this dog home and then putting it through more stress, taking it to another home and then bringing it back and then taking it to another home, you know. So I like to have somebody bring in their animal, check it out, and then after that, then the adoption process is a $20 adoption and a $60 deposit. The $60 deposit is to ensure that those people are going to take the dog within a 2-week period and get that dog fixed and the first rabies shot. As soon as they send us verification within the 2-week period of that, they receive their $60 deposit back.
Great. Well, then let's go take a little look at one of the first pets that we're going to show for the Pet of the Month feature.
Sounds great.
Okay.
To sponsor a syndicated Fernley News news clip, webisode, or segment with unlimited views, please visit us on the web at fernleynews.com.